And so it's like a little bit confusing because it's like, oh, we went from glitch doubles back to singles at the grind pre-local. So once again, just as a little bit of clarification, this is not glitch infinite singles. This is the grind pre-local singles. So once again, thank you to everybody that is tuning in today to come listen to us talk about video games.
Yeah, very true. I absolutely adore the schedule here because there's not a lot of tournaments, especially majors, that will give you another chance to practice singles before it's going. But we do have our first match coming up, and that's going to be Joey and Arch. Arch, I do believe, is from our region of Tri-State, but Joey is also a local here. Joey has been playing Smash for a really long time. Actually played a lot of Melee back when he was a lot younger, so it's very exciting to see him now kind of move on to Ultimate. But Arch, though, one of the better Palutenas that I know, and of course, if you're coming from Tri-State, you play this character.
Yeah, no, absolutely. If you come from Tri-State, you got to know how to play this character. You got to know how to play against this character. This character is just a staple of the meta. It is somebody that you absolutely have to know how to fight against. Right now, Joey just dashing in and out, playing out of shield, maybe just trying to catch a landing from Arch, not able to find anything quite yet, and does a really interesting auto reticle. Typically, you don't see something that up close to Roy, but is that death?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Roy Dancing Blade is one of those moves where if it just hits just right on the ledge, you know that it's going to be a KO right at 60, especially on a character like Palutena, normally a little bit lighter. So far, good on Joey here to kind of sneak out that first KO because it was looking a little rough in the beginning. So now we're going to see a little bit more aggression. I mean, totally has time too. Roy only at 88, so unless something unfortunate happens, he could be living with this stock for a little bit longer.
I like all of these empty short hops from Joey as well because they're kind of forcing out a lot of options from Arch, a lot of air dodges and a lot of aggressive buttons on the landing, and already going to be finding a back air. Arch has not recovered it safely, just keeps on trying to jump over the ledge, and already with a 3-1 stock lead being put at the ledge again, this is Joey's game. Yeah. Joey is just going full speed.
Oh yeah, for sure. Unfortunately, 3 weak hit fairs, but I mean, like you were saying, Dara, the aggression is there, the good old chat back air, and I love the way that they're even backing up to give Arch this space. Unfortunately, the back air is going to come in, but it shows a sign of respect, right? And it also shows that Joey's actually trying to read the approach rather than just, throwing out the next favorite move on the flowchart. Arch, though, going to be able to get the grabs. Let's see what they're going to be able to do. And unfortunately, whiffs the second one, and this could be game right here.
Yeah, not finding anything off of that down throw is going to be quite big, and still not finding a lot of these follow-ups off of neutral air. It seems like the amount of damage that Joey is taking from each interaction is basically, negligible, right? Because Joey's just able to slap back with so much more of his own. That back kill is going to be able to kill at the ledge, and Joey with a confident and dominant game one going to be taking that over Arch. That was just them.
Yeah, that was just kind of, honestly, that is what I like to call the princess versus swordy meta, or like the floaty versus the sword meta. We've seen that happen in a lot of games where it's just swords are just so dominant, especially in this matchup. So good on Joey. Definitely not impossible for Arch. I don't see us going to a different stage realistically. I don't think the stage was the issue. I definitely want to see a little bit more nair from Arch too. I mean, that back hit, Dara, I'm sure you and I have gotten hit by plenty in our region. It's such a pain.
There's also just a couple of commitments, we saw just on that stock, right? Arch coming back onto the stage with a double jump explosive flame. Super dangerous. Already going to be finding a forwarder into a neutraler. Those are the bread and butters that you have to have. Good to see Arch locking it down, already putting 53% onto the board. I love the auto reticle as well. Just able to tech chase without really having to commit to anything.
There it is. Gonna use that down tilt, one of the best Palutena's prop-up moves as well. I feel like not a lot of people use it. Auto reticle gonna come into play here. I love the going down and actually going for the reflector. Worked out pretty well for Arch. And I think it's just not even a matter of stage here. I just think Arch is playing a little bit better. You are playing on a very big stage. Could be a little bit of nerves. But there are those Palutena nairs, the pain train as I like to call it. It's just so painful. But Joey does have an opportunity to take it back here. But now I love these reflects from Arch are really good. Yeah,
there's not a whole lot that Roy can actually do if he has to recover from down low, right? And Joey's just getting hit by that over and over. Luckily, they weren't at too high of a percent. Not going to be losing their stock quite yet, but I feel like Arch is just playing so much more safely. Joey has not been able to find as big of an opening, and similarly, Arch has been, getting a lot of damage off of every single one of these interactions. That forward are going to be putting Joey above them. Are they going to be able to find a follow-up? They just keep getting all of these pokes, and when you hold stock up, you can just keep on going for it.
Ooh, Explosive Flame almost coming into play there. Ooh, okay, going for the F smash, and then Arch going to be able to get the grab into the auto reticle, and that's another stock. And from what we saw, Dara, like the game one, how dominant Joey was, we're seeing a completely different game here. I just feel like, once again, people are getting a little bit more comfortable. Going for the teleport cancel there, messing it up. It's okay, Arch. We totally didn't notice. But looking for something else. Good on Joey. Great grabs. Got to get a stock here, though, if he wants to even think about bringing it back.
Yeah, Arch right now just trying to get really tricky off the ledge. That was so smart, just going for the jump and another teleport cancel. But a good back hill is going to be able to take it for Joey. And now all of a sudden, Joey is stuck at the ledge. You got to respect Roy's up B hitbox coming on up. If it trains with down tilt, then you're the one that loses that interaction, because Roy doesn't get sent anywhere by down tilt, and up B, you know, just gives you enough time to be able to get back on. Joey just putting all of his force into this punish right now. Wow.
Very true. Joey now showing so much sign of aggression going on. Ooh, okay, teleport cancel there, going to come into play. Arch going to keep it a little bit more laid back on this edge guard, which I can agree with. Looking for anything, though. Joey just trying to find a way to kind of sneak out another kill. I mean, we haven't seen any side Bs come out this game either, and I feel like that's kind of what they're missing. Fortunately, that one's not going to match, but there we go on the double grab. Kind of funny there.
Arch has been consistently just using full hop teleport cancel to be able to get out of the corner. Joey has just not been able to call them out for it this entire game. And Arch just being so patient, you know, not really committing to anything, playing out of shield, and finally finds that tomahawk. Auto reticle not going to be able to connect that time around. I do like the attempt. Now Joey's recovering a little bit safer, a little bit lower to the ground. And there are those down tilt up B trades that we talked about, right?
Yeah.
Not really working out in anybody's favor.
Up tilt is going to be able to take it. Arch, 119 on the second stock. Looking a little rough for Joey there, but was bringing it back pretty fair. I do think Battlefield definitely was a little bit more of a comfort pick. I think comfort for the character, but especially like emotionally felt a little bit more comfortable on that stage. So once again, it's always just about, you know, maybe getting used to playing on
all
such
of
a big
those jumps.
stage.
Just look at all of those jumps again. Wow. I like the way that in game one, especially like Joey was pressuring a lot. Like, you know, with like a whole lot of like empty short hops trying to just bait something out. But in this instance, they were just like both jumping over each other. At some point,
frog.
Yeah, I just had enough. Just he was like, hey, I'm going to just use my anti-air. You keep empty hopping over me. I don't have to respect any of your falling buttons. They're going to be opting to go to Town and City, which, honestly, this is the classic Roy pick. Yeah. This is where Roy means go to cheat. This is where they want to kill you with side B at 40%. And then when you get hit by it, you're like, why? Did I deserve this?
Very true, especially also losing that last game to up tilt as well. High ceiling's definitely going to help out here. Definitely a good pick. I do feel like Palutena can get a little bit of this Nair combo train here. Great Nair into back air there. But I do think Roy does benefit from this stage more, especially if Joey can just get in. I feel like, once again, they're getting a little tripped up by themselves. Little, like you said a little bit earlier, the jumping going on may not be super comfortable. But once again, it's looking pretty even, which is pretty good because games 1 and 2 were blowouts.
I really like that cross-up that Joey went for with the back air on shield that was so ambiguous. Arch is starting to lock themselves into shield for extended amounts of time. I want to see Joey adapt by going for more grabs. If they're able to call that out effectively, Arch is no longer going to feel so inclined, sticking to the same defensive options. Now Joey exploiting the fastball, just able to get past the auto reticle, and still getting hit by the very last hit of Explosive Flame.
On up tilt, not to be able to hit. I do like the landing up air, but of course, like you said earlier, Dara, that side beat is super going to cheat on this stage especially. Yep. I do think Arch needs to stop going for some of these more committal options that they're going for, like the up tilt, the down smash, a lot of ending lag on that. May not be necessarily the good, the good choice when you're running low, but the clip of the Explosive Flame is always going to do it for you.
Happens to the besties of us. It's always more active than you think it is, and you're like, wow, I just got hit by that. But now Joey going with a really good juggle right now. Arch has not been able to find a way to cleanly land for a little bit. Going for the down angled side B, already 81%. This is an excellent start on the stock.
Yeah, for sure. But speaking of excellent starts to stocks, oh my God, Arch laying on the plane, and this is what I was talking about a little bit more, being a little bit more aggressive, because really, I mean, it's Roy. Now you're sitting at kind of a dangerous percent, especially F smash. One of those side Bs could definitely do it for this one.
Yeah, but now you suck at the ledge against Palutena. Ooh, Joey going to be able to quickly get there in time, and has enough time as well to be able to find a back hill. Now at 95%, this is not a comfortable lead by any means, especially when you are stuck off stage.
Ooh, okay. coming down with the last hit of Nair into the up tilt. Going for these up tilts, I feel like some of them should be exchanged with an up air. I feel like it would be, even if it's a short hop up air, I do feel like it would do a little bit more. But you know what? If it's working, it's working. Nice dash attack. Just can't seem to find the KO quite yet.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's so easy to find all these landings in a Goy, right? Because despite all of his airspeed, eventually he is going to have to go down with all of, his gravity. But that back throw is more than enough to be able to do it, linking a couple of up airs, and that's going to be the neutral air. You just got to hold all of that percent. Oh my goodness.
Whoa, that air dodge, Dara, that was very, very risky. It seemed to work out, but we are on the last stock, last hit. It doesn't seem to matter. We talked about this earlier. The side B at the ledge never fails.
Yeah, no, not at all, especially on Tenant City, especially against Palutena.
Right.
Side B is going to be your best friend. Arch had exactly the right idea, though.
Yeah.
They waited, they reset, they sat on the platform and waited for that neutral air dodge. And that really could have been their game had they just been a little bit cleaner on their positioning and spacing. Still got to commend Arch for that. Either way, really good stuff to Joey being able to take a 2-1 over their opponent. I think both of them just were adapting a whole lot over the set, especially Arch from the very beginning. It seems like they were playing really, really slow. They really couldn't get a handle on their opponent. And then as the set progressed, they just started really mixing up Joey, really keeping them off stage. I feel like what really did it for Joey this game is the fact that they weren't getting edge guarded.
Yeah,
Game 2, Arch was consistently out there with auto reticles, with down Bs, and that was doing so much for them. This time around, if you're letting Gagoi get back onto stage over and over, he can just kind of play his game.
Yep, very, very true. All right, that was a really great game 1, or set 1, I should say, for starting off. Once again, there are tons of talented players here at Glitch. We are, though, at the pre-local, which is the grind. So I am so excited for this weekend. We have the Europeans who I have not yet gotten to cast yet, and I have been watching them so much over the past 2 weeks, and I'm super excited to see Gluto play in person. I think one of my first times being able to see Gluto play in person. So we're in for it this weekend, and a lot of great talent here. I know Doubles just finished up, and Doubles had some great moments as well. But we are going to be heading into our next match very shortly, and that's going to be Goose Fancy versus Ruse. Not quite sure who either of them play. May not have that familiar. But that's the best part of majors. You get to